You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
And today on our Friday review, pretty excited because I have some things that I haven't talked about in the past, so I do want to bring them up today and also just give you a quick update. So the first update is this, that for whatever reason right now, so most of you I think also know that my favorite social media right now to use is Instagram. Every day, if you're not tuning in, definitely check that out. Every day, I just give like a quick snippet, like a 100-word little quick article on something that I'm reviewing, I'm recommending, that I'm giving a quick tip. Love that. Do it a couple times a day. And since it's so quick, you can literally consume it within about like 20 seconds or so. But one of the things that I've noticed is when I posted some more controversial things on Instagram, I've actually had my account blocked or censored for 24 or 48 hours, which is kind of disturbing, right? You should be able to speak whatever you would like to speak and have that freedom of speech on social media. And I'm not offending anyone, but I am bringing up certain topics. Like I talk about GMOs. I talk about our different sources of food, where they're coming from. I've talked about how shrimp are actually being injected with this poisonous or toxic-based gel, and it's coming from different countries. So I'm just making people more aware. But some of the topics that I touch on aren't very highly looked upon, we'll say, by certain groups of people. And for whatever reason, Instagram, I believe they're owned by Facebook, is taking heed to this and are actually banning people's accounts, or they're censoring me. So it's unfortunate. But I just had my last post on fluoride, and I gave all the research behind it. I gave what to do, the harmful effects of it, and why it's really not this healthy thing that we think it is. And it actually censored my account, which is really too bad. The post is up there. I do recommend checking it out. It's just instagram.com/Stephen Cabral, and that's Stephen with a PH. So do check that out. It's unfortunate because then it takes me a couple days. I'm not allowed to post. I'm not allowed to comment. But I guess this is just what we're dealing with. What I do want to let you know is that this podcast through iTunes or through anywhere else is not. There's nothing censored. There's nothing censored about it. I'm now allowed to talk about anything that I do want to talk about. And again, these are things with no agenda. My agenda is to bring you the truth. That's always what it has been. That's always what it will be. And if some people don't like that, that's okay. It's not everyone's decision to listen or whatever it might be. But for your point of view, I want you to know that I'm bringing you things that are well-researched, that are the truth, and that they sometimes go against mainstream media. And when that happens, the people in power with a lot of the money will have something to say about it. That's always the way it is. But anyway, do check out those posts daily on Instagram. I love posting them. I'm going to continue to, unless they completely ban me from Instagram, and then I will not be able to do that, of course. But the other thing too is my account is growing very quickly, I think, and it is because I am spreading this truth, and we gain another 3,000 to 5,000 more followers on Instagram every month, which is amazing to me and so fantastic. It's completely free. And again, it's just me sharing what I've seen work in my practice and also what I know works from the research itself. Okay, so let's get into some of our review. Speaking of fluoride and the potential dangers of fluoride and how it is a known poison and how the fluoride that we're using is very different from natural fluoride. So the fluoride that we're using in our toothpaste and at the dentist actually comes from a synthetic fluoride, sodium fluoride. So how this works is that fluoride is actually a neurotoxin, which means that it does affect both the nervous system, the body, and the brain. It is a known poison, meaning like at too many parts per million, it does become poisonous to the body, and you can die from consumption of fluoride, which is why there's a warning in the back of every toothpaste that says, warning, if swallowed, please contact poison control. So keep in mind, this is not my research. I had nothing to do with this research. I am bringing the research to you that shows that, yes, you could go back and forth and debate about fluoride for teeth, but it's certainly not necessary for healthy teeth, I'll tell you that much. And putting fluoride in the drinking water really is where the conspiracy starts and what's completely insane, because how is drinking fluoride into your stomach and intestines helping your teeth? It's not. If you want to swish it around in your mouth and spit it out, well, that could be one argument. But drinking it into your stomach actually wipes out a lot of good bacteria, creates increased intestinal permeability, and a whole host of other factors, meaning like your liver needs to literally detoxify this poison. And again, this isn't coming from me. This was a known poison. It was used, unfortunately, in Nazi Germany as a means of literally like mind control and poison control. You can look it up. I'm not going to go into the research on that right now. But the devastating effects that really should never have been done and are horrifying. But there's also a great book, and that book is what I'm reviewing for you today. The book is called Whole Body Dentistry. It's by Dr. Mark Briner. And I read this book as part of my naturopathic studies many years ago. It's a great book. I highly recommend everyone read it. It's very approachable. It's very easy to read. I believe it's only around 200 pages. So that's not that bad. You can get through that in a couple weeks. And what it's going to talk about is really how we started with good, natural, healthy teeth. Meaning like people weren't having dental work done tens of 20s of years ago. Now, of course, people maybe should have if they broke their tooth on something, but we weren't having the cavitations and cavities that we do now. So it talks a little bit about food and how we've got here and how that's really leading to cavities, processed sugars, all of those different types of things. But it goes much deeper because this is specifically a dentist that we're looking at. And he talks about compatibility, like what you're putting in your mouth. Are you putting gold or porcelain or mercury or aluminum, and how you can actually test for that, and how your body could actually have autoimmune-based reactions depending on the foreign metals that we put into our mouth. So smart. It's the truth out there. It's something to look at, and how you can test this ahead of time. Talking about root canals, and really the danger of root canals because of the bacteria that builds up when you've had those roots removed. Really something to look into. And if you started to have health-based issues a year or 2 years or so after you had root canals, you may want to have those looked at by a biological dentist, by a holistic dentist that could potentially remove those and clean out the bacteria that's growing under there as well. Cavitations, periodontal disease, crowns, bridges, partials, talking about all of these specific things, orthodontics, and of course, fluoride, which I just spoke about. He just touches on it just a little bit. But what I like to do, and I look at my practice as well, is mercury buildup and what mercury amalgams or silver amalgams can do to your body, and the leaking of those things every time you chew or when they become too old, which might be like 10, 20, 30 years. So we look at that through a hair tissue mineral analysis, and he does recommend that in the book as well. Hair tissue mineral analysis is something very simple to do. You can look at ours. It's from the top lab in the U.S. We send these all over the world. Literally a couple snippets of hair, you mail it back to the lab. We get a full analysis, not only of how you're doing in terms of digestive stress and the amount of minerals you have in your body, which regulate thyroid and adrenal, all that, but also heavy metals. What are your levels like for cadmium, for aluminum, for mercury as well? We look at all of those things, absolutely fantastic. But if you're interested in these things and interested in this for your family as well, definitely check out this book called Whole Body Dentistry. And if you haven't, at least look into a biological or holistic dentist in your area that you can work with. Okay, so let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is a study, many studies that are coming out now in saturated fat. I want to kind of use this as a broad stroke and broad brush right now. And that's this, that you can definitely have some saturated fats in your diet, meaning coming from some meat or coming from coconut oil or some of the saturated fats that might be in other products, but mainly animal-based products we're looking at, mainly coconuts. So that's where the majority of people are getting their saturated fats from. Keep in mind that we can try to justify saturated fats in our body by looking at things like, well, they can add things like increased sterols, which might be good for someone with low cholesterol or low hormones. We can look at it as boosting testosterone or boosting certain hormones, but only to a certain degree. When too much saturated fats are taken in, this goes for almost everyone, and especially for those people with certain genetics that leave them more susceptible to inflammation from saturated fats. And again, you can test this with genetic testing. Saturated fats are being shown now to increase cancer rates. And since cancer is really the number 2 cause of death, probably soon to be number 1, it's something to really watch out for. And saturated fats in the latest study have been shown to increase colorectal cancer. That means, and this was just put out literally 2 weeks ago, that means the more saturated fats you take in, usually from animal products, not necessarily from coconut oil, because coconut oil does have a lot of medium chain triglycerides. So the more animal fats that you eat, the larger chance of colon-based cancer or colorectal cancer. Now, I'm not trying to slander saturated fats, and I'm not slandering paleo, because paleo is a naturally healthy diet. You just have to watch. It doesn't have to be a high meat diet. You can have a very healthy paleo diet, which I'm going to give a whole topic, whole video, whole seminar on, but it doesn't have to be high in saturated fats. That's important. So please, this is for your health, not mine. This is for your health. Try to limit your amount of saturated fat per day. You can still get some in, but just try to limit it and use more olive oil. Use more healthy fats coming from maybe fish and olives. Those are, again, some of the best ones out there. Chia seeds, flax seeds, and limit the amount of animal fat that you are getting in. Here's the thing. There's no downside to it. That's the amazing thing about this. There's no downside to doing that. Just start to cut back a little bit. It will be healthier for you and healthier for your chances of developing cancer. I'll be back certainly with more of this very, very important topic in the future on a Total Wellness Tuesday. All right, and the last product, I know I'm going a little late, but I do want to bring this to you. It's called a homemade back massager. So we call it a peanut, and that's because it looks like a peanut. But literally, all you need to do, it's very, very inexpensive, maybe $3 or $4. You're going to buy 2 tennis balls. Okay, what are you going to do with the 2 tennis balls? We're going to put the 2 tennis balls so that they're touching together. Then you're going to tape around the 2 tennis balls with something called friction tape. It's just used for like lacrosse sticks or hockey sticks. And with that, you're going to tape the 2 tennis balls so that there's a little bit of play in the middle. So, if you think about it, you have 2 tennis balls taped together. They're obviously widest in the middle, and then they get a little thinner in the middle of the tennis balls. And then as the 2 tennis balls touch, it's a smaller space, right? So it kind of dips down. Now, you're going to tape all around the tennis balls in every direction. So you're going to tape lengthwise, and then you're going to tape around widthwise around it, and then you go around lengthwise maybe one more time. So what you have is this nice 2 taped together tennis balls. You can't pull them apart anymore. And then you can use this against a wall right above your lower back to your mid-back, and you just walk your feet out a little bit, and you start to massage your mid-back to lower back, and also all the way up in the traps, the neck muscles. We'll make a video of this in the future. I don't have it right now, but I partner with a certain company, so we'll create a video to make that obviously be completely free for you. But you can also use this by lying right on the floor with it. You can put it right between your shoulder blades or just below. Lift your hips up just a little bit, arms crossed across the chest. Just start to roll back and forth nice and gently. This is like a foam roller, but it takes it to that next level. I've used this with golfers, with Olympic tennis players, badminton players. I'm telling you, this helps loosen up your back almost more than anything else. It is phenomenal. It's like having someone put their elbows into your back for a massage, and it just breaks up all that tight fascia. Amazing, amazing tool. It's kind of like yesterday if you didn't turn into our $2 piece of fitness equipment that can help tone your glutes and thighs. You better tune into that. That was a great, great show on that. This is something, again, that would probably cost you just a couple of dollars as well. I've had my same one now for a couple of years. If you just use it for you, the tennis balls aren't going to break down that quickly. They'll last you like a year or two. If you use it a lot, like every day, all the time, well, it will last not quite as long. But what I found is that if you just use it every day for a couple of weeks, you break up all those adhesions. You're just so much more loose, which means you have better rotation side to side, which is why it's great for tennis and golf and all of those things. But also you then have less tension and less stress up there. So if you can maintain that, you don't need to use it quite as much. So again, we call it the peanut. You might hear me refer to it as the peanut, but it's a homemade back massager. You can do it yourself. You just tape those 2 tennis balls together. You can probably find obviously a video on how to do this online, but it's so simple, so easy to do, and you get so much benefit from it that I keep one at my studio, I keep one at the wellness center, and I keep one at my own home, so that if I'm ever feeling a little tightness there from sitting down for too long, from being in the car, I can pull that right out and I can use that against the wall or the floor to really loosen up. Now the wall's a little easier, the floor's a little bit more intense, so maybe you want to start with the wall first. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into another Friday Review. Love bringing these recommendations to you. Do feel free to let me know if there's anything you would like me to review for you in the future. Take care, everyone.
Ever wonder what the best sauna, blue blockers, sleep trackers, wake lights, salt lamps, or other health gadgets are? Or what about the top non-toxic mattresses, sheets, soaps, bath products, toothpaste, and cookware? Or would you like to know the cleanest choices for hemp hearts, meal delivery services, supplements, and much more? I personally curated, researched, and now created a resource page of all of my top picks that continues to grow each week. These are the exact products I use in my own life, with my family, in my private practice, and they're the ones I trust. To find out all of my up-to-date recommendations and all the details, simply head on over to stephencabral.com/resources.